Yo guys, what's going on? Cliffjumper 1984, Red Rocks, your favorite Autobot, all day long, all day strong, drinking that natty ice. Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, and all that fucking bullshit, because no matter what, you're politically incorrect when you say anything like that. So anyway, whatever you believe in for the 25th, happy that. How about that? Hey, but we're doing back with a video game pickup for the holidays. I always love to do one around this time because I either get a nice Christmas bonus or people get me, things for the holidays, whatever you want to say. I stick with Christmas, I guess. And there was a couple things I got, except there's one sitting over here. So, and of course, like I do with my video game pickups, I always like to share with you what I got. And first up on this list, it's a controller from NES. The NES QuickShot. I paid $3.25 for it off of eBay, which is way low what it goes under, between like $9 and $12. But it was untested. It was for parts. I did not know if it works. Up, down, left, right works, no problem. But the A and B button does not function. And I know a little bit of electronics. I'm going to pull it apart and try to see if I can get those to work. Maybe it might be a soldering issue or something like that. Considering, the way the wires have to flex constantly, we'll see. I did a car work for my buddy, and he said, "Oh, I've got something sitting around if you want to take a look at it. I don't think it works." And I was like, okay. And it was a handheld console? Yes. I think I have another Game Gear box like this, but unlike the other one, there's some headphones there that are mine, but look at that. A fucking Sega Game Gear. Isn't that awesome? I can't believe it. I actually never had one when I was a kid. He thought it didn't work. I popped 6 batteries in the back. It's missing its battery doors, obviously. And it fired right up with a little bit of cleaning. There was some corrosion down here on some of the ports, but I cleaned that up with some electrical spray and a wire toothbrush and got it coming right back. Even better than what it was. And it came with Ecco the Dolphin. I never really got into the Ecco games that much. And, I played a little bit of Sega Game Gear. It's not my favorite handheld because obviously the screen and just the way it scrolls, like when you're moving, it's just too blurry for me. And I know there's an upgrade that a guy makes where you can get an LCD screen for it as well as outputs for your TV. I think that's pretty cool, but it's just not worth my time. It's just cool that I never had one, and it's another console I don't have. And for pre-inspecting a car, it's a decent pickup. For my Christmas bonus, I decided to do myself a little favor. And other guys, for the job I do, people drop off a couple bucks for me for Christmas. And I decided to splurge myself a little bit. So we picked up 3 beautiful NES games to bring my total to 229, I think, which is awesome. LJN title. A lot of people say LJN shit. I've got my ups and downs about it. Buddy from me across the street owned it, and I never did till now. Jaws. Yeah, I can't believe it took me this long to get it. It's just a nostalgic factor. It's not a great game. It's not a bad game, but it's definitely something's kind of like shovelware. But whatnot. It has some nostalgic factor to it. I actually paid a little over what I wanted to for it. I paid $6.99. I was like, wow, I can't believe it. Whatever. Next up on this list is a game I extensively played. It was the second in this long-running series. Final Fantasy. I do have it on the Wii's Virtual Console. I've beaten it plenty of times. It's got another memorable game. I remember when the re-release came out. It was like when they re-released Metroid, and I forget what else they re-released at the time when this came out. They did another reprint of it. My buddy again, Jason across the street, who had the other Jaws, picked this up, and we played the shit out of it. We never beat it, and I don't think I ever beat it till I was like 16 or 17. But I beat it, of course, more recently. It's just a good game to have. It's enjoyable to me, even though there's a couple points of it that I think are kind of dumb. And it did make the top 10 dumbest things or most annoying things in Final Fantasy 1, but I only did 5 of the 10. I'll throw that link below if I find that eventually. It was a fun video to do. I paid $19.99 for that. Last but not least, I guess you've seen the gold card, and I can't believe I don't have this yet. Film one makes it hard to see, but Legend of Zelda. I have number 2, The Adventures of Link, and that's my favorite Zelda game of all time. Of course, this was the first Zelda game that I played. Usually when you find some of these used cards, there's so many imperfections in the gold, and there's a spot here or there, but overall, it's a very, very good-looking gold card. $29.99 I picked that up for, and I usually don't like spending that on NES games. The last couple I spent $24.99 on was Ninja Turtles 3, as well as excuse me, what else did I spend that on? Mega Man 6, but that was quite a few years ago. But Mega Man 6 for $24.99 was worth it to me. A lot of nostalgic factor, of course, with this. This was the first Zelda game I ever played. I got it in 1988, and I beat it at a relatively young age. And it's still a great game. It's a little on the simple side compared to the rest of the series, but as a stepping stone of what it was at the time, it's still an amazing game. Overall, again, I paid like $55 and a couple cents with tax on these, and did the other one working on a car, and paid $3.25, like I said, for the controller. So what do you think about these video game pickups? You played any of these? Have any of these? Throw your comments below. Slap a like on that video. Share it with your friends. And until next time, hey, like always, drink one on me.